Hi, so today I'll walk through my week 9 assignment, which is to build the Game of War card game. On the left, I have all of my code, and on the right, you'll see the console showing the results. So before I built any code or wrote anything, I did start with a skeleton of kind of instructions. So you'll see there are some comments of kind of specifically what I did after the fact, but then also some comments that can kind of serve as instructions. Build a deck, combine with shuffle function, make players, player showed top card, etc. So I have that kind of throughout and left that in there as a guide as I focused on each section. To start out, we've got this empty deck array to kind of hold the deck as we make it. And then the main piece is going to be this Game of War class. And so this class is going to house everything in the game, including the initiation of the game, as well as playing the game and scoring the game. So if I scroll down, you'll see this class encompasses everything in this code. Again, we've got some arrays to house values as they come in. We start off with an init game function to kind of start out the game. And so here is where we build out all of our cards in the deck. And so we've declared 4 different suits in an array. And then we've got all the different ranks of cards, including the Jack, Queen, King, Ace. About halfway through, I realized that I couldn't actually use this array to compare things because an ace can't be compared. The string A can't be compared to a 2, for example. And so I ended up adding the second sort of rank array, but that kind of converts these letters into equivalent numbers. That way the scores can be compared. Then we move into a for loop, which creates the cards and pushes them to our deck. We then shuffle the deck with this function here. We create the shuffling and then we call that here and make that happen. And then we move into creating the players. Each player has 3 properties. They have name, hand, and score. Unfortunately, something to improve upon in the future is utilizing the score and name. I didn't end up, tallying the score here. I ended up doing it in the console log. So that's something I need to work on. Then we deal the 26 cards to each player, so splitting the deck in half by splicing it here. And then I also use the shuffle function for players. That way it wasn't the same order every time. Then now that we have the card game set up, we have the deck and it's shuffled and dealt out, we can play the game. So we've got this play game method here. Console logging the players just to kind of see where we stand with that. So you'll see those kind of here. And then we move into a for loop that iterates our game and kind of simulates the rounds of the game. And so there's 26 rounds total. And in each round, we're going to pull the top card from the deck. And so we've done that by creating this variable P1 card and P2 card, where we take player 1, in other words, player at index 0, and we take the first hand in their deck. We used a parameter here as well, just to not hard code anything. And then once we've pulled those 2 cards, we're going to console log the values. So you can see that throughout here, we've got 13 and 10, 9 and 12, 14 and 7. This is again where I was trying to figure out how to make this 14, compare with the 14, but then console log as an ace. I didn't quite get that far, but it still works. So we can see kind of everything laid out here. Player 1 is playing this card 9 of diamonds. Player 2 is playing 12 of clover or whatever that's called. And then once we do that, we can tally up who gets a point in each round. And so that is this if else if statement here, where we just do a simple comparison of the values of player 1 card and player 2 card. And then we console log who gets the point here. Lastly, we want to display the winner once all 26 rounds are complete. And so here again, it's just a simple if else statement comparing the score of player 1 with the score of player 2 using their index values, and then console logging the result of that. You can see that down here. Player 2 has a score of 12 and 1. And if we refresh this, each time we'll see a different result down here. Demonstrating that it's, a different game and it's shuffled each time.